I'm out here to proudly and I'm honored to introduce Ms. Jessica Lanay Moore. Um, Jessica commands a presence in her work and her being. I wrote down that she is a beast, and everyone that knows her knows this, right? Her stories and poems are a sweet lullaby that lovingly and thoughtfully punch you right in the gut. So get ready. I'm so grateful for her for founding the safe space for women writers of color to work together, give honest critique, and grow. She is a dear friend, and the other day she ate my last bite of fried fish out of my fork, and I wasn't even that mad or surprised. Okay, here's her formal bio. Jessica Lanay currently lives in the Bronx and works at a magazine for writers in Manhattan. She moved to the city from Macon, Georgia, and was raised in different places throughout the South. Themes that trickle through her poetry and short stories are female protagonists, internal migrations, and the investigation of violence, disappearance of landscape or persons, and magic realism. Her work is forthcoming in Tayo and Tinderbox Poetry Journal. Her work can be found in Sugar House Review, Salt Hill Journal, Acento's Review, Duende, As Us, and Five Quarterly. She is the founder of the Jasper Collective, which is this. Welcome, Jessica.
Hi, this is what this is here for. I have 5 poems, and they're all things that I've recently written while in really just kind of deep, directionless thought about, you know, just just the very like metaphysical experience of being a woman and how much expectation weighs on you from the moment you wake up and step in the shower until the moment you decide that it's time to go home and be alone or fulfill different expectations. This first poem is dedicated to my great aunts Catherine and Mina, who are now deceased. And they were the remaining sisters of my great grandmother who raised me. So this is Lilliput. When you died, I wanted to know everything about dandelions, the Lilliputian flowers, silver, fiber, bursts, all attached to the same base until the wind. How they don't need sperm or spores to pollinate, identical to one another, mirror after mirror after mirror. We were like this once. Weren't we like this before the wind? Please, tell me we were. Instructions on how to be a woman or dance while sleeping. Instruction 1, hold out your arms. Make your body a star. Do not look down the mountain. Fall. Fall as if you won't break like burning wood. Instruction 2, hold out your hand. Now want for something. Now expect something. Now see your palm empty and allow it to be pushed aside. Instruction 3, part your mouth. Put your lips against my lips. Now blow. Resuscitate. Love doesn't have to be more than just this. 4, bring your bucket. Now we will both become wells of mossy green water. Now we will haul the water and thirst up and out of ourselves, bucket by bucket. 5, salt this stone. Swallow it, but first chew it. Now say you aren't hungry. Now watch everyone line up to eat from your breast. 6, Balance on top of this blue ball. Crouch down upon it. Lift your skirt. Make Atlas look to the sky. Make Atlas stare at your sun. 7. Cry into my stomach. I will imbibe your Dead Sea. I will bear it away with me. I will not pass it on. 8. This instruction has been scratched from the wall. 9. Bend forward. Let your back go. Forget you were trained to be driven. Be loose in awe and warning. 10. Lineate the horizon in pencil. Say your name if you still know it. You may rest, but standing like a tree. All we have is each other's fingers and being ready to run. Playground. At the cast of the end of her thin finger, I become. You be the father, she said. You be the husband. I thought of everything a 7-year-old girl with white keloids on her knees could know. From the top of the plank castle, I examined the sky as a witch would examine an egg yolk. I tried, or so it seemed, to swallow the rain clouds. I recall how, in my house, the line between boys and girls comes down to a cunning. I lay my flatness against hers and pushed. 2 ends of the world grinding to salt. She grabbed the pockets of my jumper and pulled, thrusted. Cheeks flushed with blood, we lost our breath. Then she said, you be the boy. Eat this. Kiss me. Now chase me when I leave. And I waited. She turned her back to me to prepare to go down the single pedal of a slide. Before she could leave, I pushed her from the top, sending her braided head down first, sending her to crumple at the bottom in the dirt. I slid down after her. I smiled over her scraped up face and I said, I'm sorry. I love you. Please don't tell. So there are 2 more, and this is called Erasure. I have drawn my own forest, and I walked into it. Like a hand shaking pieces of bone, I rattled and vibrated and became atoms of solace. Solace and peace. They sound sad, don't they? It's because you know you can't come with me. You know that you are not peaceful. I painted a red mountain and drew the tree line, and I stood pale and fleshy as a sycamore in the middle right there, with my arms above my head, and you said, ah, there is a petrified tree. Quiet and cure only seems sad because you know you cannot have a piece of someone else's. You need your own to enter here. I know it feels like I have some medicine that I am not sharing, like you are being left for good on a train platform. But this is my forest. I have drawn it, and there is no way in but through this vanishing point, which I am now erasing. Get your own fucking forest. And this is thoughts while not being able to sleep. I think that this room is the temperature of a recently shaken hand, and I can't lay down. His leg is twisted into a greater than sign with the less than side on my end of the bed. And I wish that I had cotton candy the color of pulsing neon signs I see from my window and my mouth right now, or that this Yankees cup filled with tap water was actually creme de violette or gin, something to make me cold enough or slow enough to want to sleep. And the trucks on the expressway below my window must have elephants standing on the rigs because I can hear their trumpets dragging by. I can almost see their wide ears flapping in the dark. Even though they are my favorite animal, I want to know how they could be so inconsiderate. But everything is inconsiderate when I can't sleep. His bracketed legs are inconsiderate and make me consider rolling him onto the floor, or calling the cops on the elephants that my sleepiness tells me are being driven to the Whitestone Bridge. I wonder how long I can last without rest, how many days before my dreams discolor the clean milkiness of my life like fruity pebbles, turning it blue and turquoise. I am jealous of his sleep, enraged by its ease. Still, none of my thoughts are real. I remind myself that the elephants aren't, that the cotton candy and the liquor aren't, that the inconsideration in his knee and the rough heel of his foot aren't, because he isn't really here either. I breathe, and my kitten dashes his tiny toy bell across the floor in the dark. That is real. And lukewarm water in my cup is real. And the pastel spots I have to close my eyes against are real. And I find a quietness in the clicking off of the corner store strobe lights. It is that hour. The pond of solid light on the sidewalk on the empty street, that is real. My kitchen, clean and turmeric smelling, is real. My rising and falling chest is real. The stillness in my curtains, that is real. Rain hits the window with the sound of pouring sand, and I think that perhaps in reality, I am a bit chilly. I blow onto the window pane and see its mark. That is real. I touch the cool glass and see my fingerprint. Yes, that is real. My bed is a wide and empty flatness, and I am still without you here. That is real. Thank you.